Hello, BookTube. For the month of June, I decided I was going to pick some of Joshua Krubo's favorite books and read them. I end up reading five books. There was some rereads, some non-fiction, some fiction, a good mixture of everything. And I ended up reading Robinson Crusoe and Moll Flanders by Daniel Defoe, Notes from a Native Son by James Baldwin, Hired by Matthew Griffin, and A Room with a View by Ian Forster. And I thought I'd do a quick wrap up of this lovely reading project I done for a month. And yeah, let's get started. So, let's start with Defoe first. I read what did I read? I read Moll Flanders here, and I have the iconic penguin orange of Robinson Crusoe. And what did I think of him? I really enjoyed Moll Flanders. This is the first time I'd ever read Moll Flanders. It's pretty much Roxana, but except I think a lot better. I think it's just a lot more consistent novel. I find Moll Flanders as a character just demolishes everyone in this book. She is such a like just a very strong character, and I just love her to death. I love Defoe talking about the prison system of the time period, and it was just a very interesting book. Again, it's very much like Roxana, but I feel like it's just a better version of it. If I'm being a bit honest, it's still would I say it's my favorite Defoe? Or I think it's my second favorite because I still love his journal through the plague years, and I would put this as probably one of my favorite, like probably my favorite fiction by him I've read so far. But yeah, so I read Moll Flanders, very lovely, and I really enjoyed it. And then I read Robinson Crusoe, and I read this as a teen, and this has just been one of those classics that I've never, like, it's never connected for me, and it's still, I think I got it a lot more on the second time than I did when I first read it. But I don't know, it's just never done anything for me. I literally don't know how to explain it. I do like the Christian allegory in it. Outside of that, it's fine. It literally does nothing for me. I'd rather read Gulliver's Travels if I want, like an adventure novel from that time. But Robinson Crusoe, just I don't know. It's fun. It's great for what it is, but it doesn't do anything for me. And now that I've done a reread, yeah, it's fine. I know it's controversial because it's so like well loved and all that, but it's fine, but it's just not for me. What did I read next? We'll do some of the ones I don't have physically. I done Hired by Matthew Griffin. This was like a gay romance with a coming of age element to it, and this destroyed me. I knew it was going to be emotional because I'd heard everyone talk about it as being such, and I was not mentally ready for it at all. I wept my way through this book, and as I read it in my car, and I was not ready. And it's so subtle and beautiful, and just very delicate. And it's too much. I loved it so much. The writing was subtle again. The characters were so detailed, and it was just I can't even go through the plot without crying because it's too much. But Hired by Matthew Griffin. As soon as I get paid, I am buying that book because I loved it so much. And then we have. Let's do Notes on a Native Son next. This was the first Baldwin I'd read it in years, um, and I was like, why? I read that. I read Notes, and I was like, why haven't I read more of Baldwin? And it's pretty much an essay collection. It's a mixture of Baldwin talking about literature and culture at the time, but also a lot of more personal essays about grief and loss, particularly of his dad at the time. And those, especially the second half of the essay collection, was my favorite. I love the way he talks about grief and loss, and the way he processes it in essays too is very beautiful. His adventures in Paris too was very lovely and confronting, but also very interesting in terms of being like a representation of the time period Baldwin was writing in, and I really enjoyed that as well. But yeah, I do like Notes of a Native Son, and it's like I've got so much Baldwin, I may as well keep going because it pushed me to like Baldwin more. And then finally, I read, oh my god, I read Room with a View. I was about to say Room Without a View, and I'm not ready to do that. So I read it from this massive collection of Forster's novels here, and I thought it was really lovely. I've read Morris by Forster as well. But I just was stunned by how great of a writer Forster was. Like, I love his prose. It's so just perfect. It's so much better than I mean, literally all the male authors from that time, like your F. Scotts and all them. It's just so good. Um, this is interesting because I did like A Room with You. It did have a romance plot to it, and I kind of wish it leans more into the romance. I love George as the leading male. I thought he was very lovely, and the lead the main girl, I can't remember her name, but she was very lovely as well. But I would have loved to seen more of them together. But I get that wasn't the main. It wasn't set to be a romance book, and it's very interesting because the characters in here travel to Italy, so you get to see the cultural differences of. Oh my god, I'm from England. I can't remember, and yeah, you get to see the cultural differences between them and in Italy, and especially through the Edwardian period, having that lens too is very interesting as well. But yeah, I definitely this has pushed me again to read more Ian Forster because I've only read those two things, and yeah, I can't wait to keep reading more Forster. And so that was just a quick little wrap up of Josh's favorite books. He done really well. There was a lot of favorites in here, and it made me think. It made me do bro ponder about some of these ones. And again, it was a very lovely, lovely time. So yeah, that was a quick wrap up. And yeah, thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I'll see you next time.